This piece of water right outside here from the shop is where I learned how to smallmouth fish basics. I grew up about 16, 17 miles from here and went to school right here at Eastern Michigan, and I was the only one fishing it with a fly rod, that was for sure. I really enjoy fishing fish that are in my backyard. I mean, I'm not a guy that can go weeks and look forward to my annual trout fishing trip up north and live off that. I gotta fish. So this is the fly I've been fishing a ton this time of year. Stack up some white feathers, throw an olive in there. This particular pattern was developed to keep us up off the bottom, keep us from hanging up. It's a very entertaining fly. See a fish come up and just swim right through it and T-bone it. We have this great fishery here, and it was used a little bit, but it never really got figured out. No one really cracked the code. It was always approached in a trout mindset. It was never approached in a bass angler's mindset. We have 120 miles of water, and we have about 40 of it that I would consider as premier smallmouth bass fishery.
Dapping, brother. Hell yeah, man, right out them trees.
You can take it away from him and pause it and eventually coax that fish into eating.
Stung the shit out of him. Let's see if he comes back. There he is. Oh! That was a great hookup though, man. I don't know what happened there, but it was funny.
It's a native fish in its native range on the northern end of its range. They're eating bugs, they're eating crayfish, the salamanders, mud puppies. The way that the dominant fish in that pool isn't just gonna come up and trash your fly, it's gonna come up and examine that fly, and you gotta sell that fish. 18.5.
Yeah, he took it right on the drop, too.
I don't go out there and make perfect casts every day. I don't go out there and get a 20-incher every day. They're special. When I go home, I'm thinking about fishing. When the wife goes to bed early or the kids are down, I'm tying a fly. I'm figuring out the next thing I'm gonna do. It's a big commitment, it takes a lot of time away from family. The number one thing is having a supporting wife that understands. I have the best wife in the world. I have the coolest kids in the world. Today it was a grind. We stayed in it mentally and we put the flies where they need to be put, and when the sun dipped down and we had shade and shadows, we got it done. Where we'll be fishing tomorrow, it's a smaller arena than we fished today. And we're gonna have sun all day, bluebird skies, not optimal. More shadows, more shade. These fish are gonna be keyed up in precise areas. We'll be fishing to structure. We make those shots, we keep our angles, and we just focus on fishing the optimal water. We'll make it happen tomorrow. The backhand cast is something you're not just gonna learn overnight. If you're a streamer fisherman and you don't have a backhand cast, you're missing out on half the game. One of the coolest things that I think of when I think of smallmouth bass fishing with a fly rod is seeing the fish eat the fly. These fish behave like a big brown trout. They don't move. They have a home. It's amazing that these big fish exist in this area and thrive. It's difficult to catch them, so that's one reason why they're still here.
Arbor Brewing Company has actually been around since 1995. The original brew pub is still in downtown Ann Arbor. So they opened this facility in Ypsilanti to start sending our beer in package and draft across the state. Well, just like anything, it becomes a day job, but it is certainly a labor of love. I've been making alcohol professionally for about 6-7 years. Arbor Brewing Company is one of the first producers of sours in Michigan, so spontaneously fermented beers. Give that nice, bright, funky quality. Come from a background of biology, and I like the intersection of those things, of art and science, but also kind of the cultural aspects that it brings in with music and the society and the people around us.
I had a day where we really had to grind and work for it, but that's our smallmouth fishery.